Hi everyone. So today we will go ahead and build the edit option for products and category. As you can see that we have built the admin page till now, where you can see all the categories of our e-commerce platform. You can also add a new category from this option. You can see all the products that we have in our backend, and also you can add a new product here. So today we'll go ahead and we'll implement the option to edit a category and edit a product. As usual, if you haven't watched the previous videos, you can go ahead and watch the previous videos that I will link in the description below. You can just switch to the branch that I'm working on, and you can follow me from here. So you have to check out this branch, product admin, and from this branch I will cut a new branch where I will edit the category and product. And I think that's a good way to learn, because in the real world scenario it will be very rare that you have to build something from scratch. Generally what happens is that you have a product already built and you have to build a new feature on top of that, something like that. So if you are new to Vue and if you are just trying to understand how Vue works, how the form works, you can just check out the branch and you can follow along with me. So I just want to show the demo that how would the final result will look like. So as you can see that we have this site hosted in Netlify, and you can see the products and you can see that there is edit option in the product, and we'll build this page today, product page, and also we'll build the categories page and the edit option. And if I talk about the backend, the backend is hosted on Heroku. You can find it here. So as you can see that we have a category controller, and there we have a option to create a new category. So you have an option to edit a new category. So there you just need to pass, you don't need to pass the products. You just need to pass the ID, category name, description, and image URL. Also you have to pass the category ID here. Maybe you don't need to pass the ID also here. And you can update the category like this. So first you will implement this API today, and you will build this page. So from the category box, we'll give the option to edit, and if you click the edit, we'll go to this page. So let's start the coding. So we'll change this button from go somewhere to edit. So let's do that. So we are in our code, and first we just want to explain the code till now. So in the app.vue, we have this base URL, and we are fetching all the data of the category data and all the product data, and we are storing the category data into this variable and product data into this variable. And we are passing the products and categories as the root component, as the router view, as the base prop to all the other components. So any of the component in our project, they can access these three variables: the base URL, the categories, and the products. They can access these three variables that will be available to any of our views and components. But here we will do one thing. We will just make it null, and also categories as null, and we will only pass the categories and products if they are available. What I mean is that because this is async function, so it will take some time to load the categories and the products from the API, and we won't send the categories and products to other component until these variables are populated from the API call. So that's why we have first made it null, and the page will load, we'll call the fetchData method. It will load the categories, it will load the products, and it will update the variables, and it will not be null anymore, and then it will be available to all the other components. I hope this is clear, and if it is not clear, please comment in the YouTube video and I will try to help you out and explain it. So from here, if you go to the category box, we can see that there is an option to go somewhere. We'll just make it edit. And you can see that now it is edit. So let's now go ahead and create the edit category page. So we'll make a new page, new file. It will be edit category. So just first define a template. And here we will define a class container. And we'll define a class row. These are all bootstrap. And we'll define a just enter the space of the screen, and we will make a text center. And we'll give h4 heading. Edit category and script will be export just default, and that's all for now. We'll register this page in the router.vue. So admin homepage, admin category. So here you can do category edit. So path will be admin category and edit. And we'll just pass the ID, which ID we need to edit. So you can pass it like this, ID, and we'll pass a name. Name will be edit category. And component will be edit category. So it will import it automatically, and you can import it yourself if you are using any other editor like VS Code. So now let's go to this page. So from the category box, we will just do one thing. We'll have a router link here, and we can make it a button. No need of link, and we can place the button inside the router link. And we can just make two. So it will point to the edit category page. So it will be 2 equal to name will be edit category that we have defined here. And parameter, we have to pass the ID. So you just can pass it like params. And ID will be category.id. So you have the category. We'll just pass the category.id here. So let's see. And you can see that we are now pointing to the page, and we can see that we have this 26, and we are at this new page. So delete this home and about, we don't need it. So let's go to the app.view and delete this to router link because we already have navbar, we don't need it. So now it is gone. Okay, so now we just need to display the form like you can see it here, and we need to update it. So that is not that is easy. So let's go ahead and create the form. Let's make it side by side so that you can see it. Okay, so let's go ahead and so here first let's make it the data section, and we will just first get the category that we need to update. So let's first get that. So we'll get it and define category, a variable basically which is an object. So initially it will be null, and then we'll define some props, and we will get the base URL and categories from the app.view that you can see here. We are passing the categories and base URL. We're retrieving it in the edit category page. And we'll have some methods which we'll define later, and we'll have something mounted, and here we'll retrieve this ID that we are passing. We'll retrieve it here. So we can define a variable, this.id. So we can define also ID here. Will be this.route. .params.id. Let's display it here to make sure that we are getting it. And you can see the ID is 26 that we are passing in the URL. And let's also get the category. So we can make it this.category will be this.categories. .find category will be and we'll match it. Category.id will be equal to this dot id. Let's also display the category. Yes, you can see the id is 36 and this is the category. Alright, so let's now delete these two things and we'll just create the form like you can see here. So we'll make a class, again a class dbro, and then we can give column, we can leave column 3 in the left and we can leave column 3 on the right, and in the middle column 6 we can display our form, so it will be center in the center. So we'll create form beef category, then we can display div class equal to form group, and label will be, first we'll display the category name, we can display it category name, so yeah, it's displayed, and we have input box, input type equal to text, class will be form control, and we'll pass a Vue model which will be category dot category name, and we'll make it required. So you can see that we have the electronics, you can also edit it. Similarly, we'll have description, and we'll also have image URL, yes, and we'll have a save button. Tab equal to pattern, class will be button primary, submit, and now when you click the button, we'll trigger a function to save it. So we can define click will be edit category, so in the methods we'll define this method edit category, and here let's first console log category, So let's see if we want to change to electronic test. If you want to submit, you can see that we are submitting it, and it has ID, category name, description, image URL, and also products array. So we don't need to send the products array into the API. So we'll delete this key. Or our APIs might give some error. Products. So now I can try to do it again. Let's clear the console and submit. So we have ID, category name, description, and image URL. So you can just send these 4 things into our API. So let's import Axios first. And we will call this API and send the category name, description, image URL into this. We have to pass it the category ID in the path variable. So let's do that. So you can say await, and we have to make it async. Await axios.post, and URL will be this dot base URL slash category slash update. As you can see, category update slash the ID, and you have to pass this dot category as the request body, and we'll get some result. And we can display a success message that our category has been updated successfully. So you can import sweet alert from sweet alert, and you can display text will be category has been updated. Successfully, and icon will be success, and we don't need the variable, the response, and we will just also catch the error. If there is error, we can console log the error. So let's try it. Okay, so leave that. So let's just try it again and see if we can call the API. And you can see that our API is success, and you can show that the message is okay, and you can see that in the result. So in the category, you can see that it is test and it is updated. And you can, and now what you can do after updating, we can go to the this page again, and we can see the updated page. And also we have to refresh the APIs, right? Because we have done the update, so we need to refresh the entire list of categories and products. So we need to trigger this function again. So we'll do something like called emit. So what you can do is, in the app.view, we can do one thing, like in the router.view, we can have something like a annotation. It will be fetch data, and it will trigger this function fetch data, and we can emit event of this fetch data from edit category. So what we can do is, we can after we get the success, we can emit a function, this dot emit. It will be $emit, and we can pass the annotation that we have defined here at the rate. We can pass it here, and it will trigger it will come here, and it will trigger the fetch data function again, and it will refresh the entire page again. So we will test it and we will see it in action. Also, we will go to the admin page, right? The admin category page. So we can do it like, we can say router, $router, then we have to say push, and you have to pass the name as, the name will be, to go to the page of the category, we just need to pass category. So here you will pass category. So let's see it in the action now. Can't, maybe you just need to refresh it once, and it's updated for sure. So let's see, tube updated. Now we should go to this, we should emit this event, and we should go to this category page. So let's try it, and yeah, you can see that now we are going to this category page, and we are again calling the categories and product APIs. So our page is refreshed, so you should see it here, electronics YouTube updated. Just to make it sure, like let's change this fruit one, fruits edit test, and you can see that, yeah, you can see the fruit edit test is there. So which is amazing, it's working fine as expected. So now we'll do the same thing for the product. So as you can see in the product, we can check it out, how is the products page. So we just have the edit option, and we have to again show the category, link to the product, and also the name and the description, image URL, price, and the same thing. So let's just quickly create it. You can try to do it yourself as the exercise. You can pause the video and try to create it yourself, and you can come back and you can check out my solution and compare it with your solution. The page will be quite simple. We just need to display the category and name, description, image URL, and price. So let's do it. Go to the product page and we'll create a file. Edit product. And same template. And you can copy this the container and the row, first one from here. Edit product. And in the index.js we'll have the same, like edit category, we'll have edit product. And it will be edit product and ID, and it will be edit product, and it will component will be edit product. We just need to give script and export default, and you should be able to import it, edit product, and we have imported it here. And we just quickly link it from the product box page. So similarly we have done it for the category box. We can have fit for the product box. So you can change it to this and edit, and you can make it edit product, and it will be product.id. So let's see in action. So we can see that we have got the edit option here, and you can see that we have the product URL and edit product option. So we'll quickly get the product like we did it for category. So let's just close everything else except the edit product page, and let's also open the edit category page just to compare. So we'll just declare the same, the export default. We can just copy the data part here, and we can make it product. It will be null initially, and similarly you can copy the mounted section, and this dot product. And we have to also import the props. Products, and it will be the products, and find product will be product.id, this ID, and let's display div class equal to row. Then let's display the product and see if we can see the product. And you can see the product is displayed here. All good. So now we will quickly make the form. Easy peasy. So similarly we did for category. We can make div class column 3. We can leave something for the left and right, and we can display our form in the middle, and we can make a form, and we'll only display the form if we have the data. And div class equal to form group, and label will be category. Let's just delete it for now. And here we'll have a drop down, as you can see here. So we can have a drop down here. We can make it select class equal to form control. It will bootstrap, and Vue model will be product.category ID. It will have the category ID which is linked to the product, and it will be required. And now we'll display the list of the option. So option will be v4 category in category of categories. So it will just from prop it will get the categories, and the key will be category dot ID, and value will be also category dot ID, and we'll display the category name. It will be clear in a moment. As you can see that we have the list of all the categories, and we are giving the product.category ID. So it is just selecting the category that is the product is linked with, and we're displaying the list of all the categories that is present, and we're passing the key and value, and it is selecting, it is searching the category ID of the product, and it is pre-selecting that one, which is really great. So you can again check it with some other product. So for example, in the laptop one, you can see that it is selecting laptop as default. That is the magic of Vue model and the option. So now we'll display the name, description, image URL, and the price. So we can similarly we can display div class equal to form group, and label will be name, and it will be input, and required Vue model will be product dot, you can see when we get all the product, we get name, image URL, price, something like that. So we can display the name here. So you can see that we have the name, and let's give a class of form control. So now it displays nicely. So like name, we have description, and we have image URL, as you can see it here, and we will have price, and it will be input number, and it will be price. And this will be type of text. And as usual, we'll also have the submit button. Let's just copy it from here. Edit product. So we'll declare this method. Edit product. And let's also see what is the product that we will getting. The updated product. So as you can see in the console, that if you want to update something like price, if you make the price as 500, so we'll see that we have now a new price 500. Now we just need to send this data to the API. So you can see the product update API here. It will be quite similar to the category edit API. We just need to pass all this data to this API. So we can also copy it will be very similar. So we can copy the first to import, and now we can copy also this API call code. Let's make it async. And it will be product, as you can see here, and it will be product, and it will be product, and you have to go to the product page, the product admin page, so you can check it out. We have to go to this admin product page, so you can go to the admin product page. So now let's test it. Let's make it 500, submit it, and the product has been updated successfully. We got the message. And if you go to the, which one was it? Yes, this one was it. So if you go to this page, so now it's 500. So let's make it 550 and submit it. And if you go to this page again, you will see it's 550. So it just make it more visible. So you can make it updated name, and you can see that it is updated now with the new price 550. So that's it for the edit. category and edit product. Now our admin panel page is ready. We can see it here. We can go to admin page. We have the category, and we can edit the category, and we can add a category. Also, we can go to the product page. We can edit a product, and we can add a product. So, which is quite good. Maybe we can just give some padding here because it's becoming too close to the header. So what I can do is we can go to our navbar and we can give a padding here so that it will be there in all the pages. So if you can just go to navbar, and its class, margin bottom, maybe 15 pixel. Yeah, so that will be there in all the pages because you can see category, and we have this padding here. Okay. Now what we can do is we can make the home page. We will move to the more interesting part. So as you can see, our home page has the list of products and categories. We can make this page and we can also put the footer here. Okay, so let's get started. So first we will display this banner, and then we'll display the top categories, and then we'll display the top products, and then we'll display the footer. So let's go ahead and do that. So in our home.view, we can display the image here first. So what we can do is we can delete this one, and we can make div id equal to home, and div id will be background div, and class will be page holder. We'll define it the style later, and bg cover. Okay, and now let's give div class will be container, and you can say start shopping. Now give some style. In the page holder, we can give some height. We'll set the minimum height here, and let's import the image first. So what I can do is we can, in the background div, we can give the image. So you have to import this image. So let's just download it. We can save it in the asset folder. Source and assets, and you can just make it home. And as you can see the home here. So it will be assets .png. So now you can see the image is displayed here. You can find the image URL in the description below. Let's also, we have to fix this image. Let's go to bg cover and background size. Cover, and it will make it important. So now you can see our image is here. You can see the image, and if you open it, you can see the image here, like we have it here. And we have to also like remove this padding that we are seeing here. So you can remove the padding from navbar, and we have to do something else to keep the margin. So just in the navbar, let's remove this one. So now it's touching it here, and now we have to display this button, start shopping. So we can do it like, we can give it h3 tag in the home page. Let's just close other things in the home.view. You can make it h3. And you can give some style here. Found it. And let's give a ID here, heading. And we can define some style here. We can make font weight. $400, and we have to make it, give a background of white. So here we can give a class bounded, and you can make it text white. We can make it actually background white. And when you click this button, we should reach here. So let's also give it a header, embed it into a header tag. We have h3 here, and we can embed it into an A. Start shopping. And make it start shopping. And you can give some class here. Your class equal to text left and text white and py5. So we got some padding, and this container can also have some padding, looking better. I can also get some class here. Class, we can give background white and px2, so it become a bit bigger, and py2, so it also become a bit bigger, and we can make it rounded. So it's looking better, and we can delete the py5 from header. No, we can delete, and we can remove the py background have from here. Now you can see that it's looking better. And if you click it here, you should go to the start shopping. We'll define it later. And you can also define some later, like p demo e-commerce. That's it. You can also keep some class here. MB0. dark. P1. Rounded. I should give some padding here. We have to close the h3 here, and we have to make the p later. Yes, demo commerce. Okay. So this is looking better. Now we'll display the top products, top categories and top products in the home page. So what we can do is we can container header, this container, and keep a line. And now we can make a container. And div class will be row. Similarly, we will have div class will be, it will take the entire column and it will have the text left. And let's keep some h2. Class will be 83. Top categories. Now it should be outside here. So it should be outside the background div. So let's see. We have this container. And we have this background div. Display categories. And you can see it here in the top categories. And we can make it text center. Nice. So we'll display the categories here. So what we can do, we can just display the top 6 categories and top 8 products. That will be enough for now. So here we'll get props and we will get categories here. And we can have a data which can return category size. First we can define it as 0, and in the mounted section we can say that this dot category size, let's make it camel case, will be this dot categories dot length, and we just display the first 6. So you can say this dot category size will be math dot min 6, or the category size, whichever this. If we have like less than 6, we will have this the number, or you can also define it this. Dot length. Alright, so now let's just display the categories, which will be, and we have to also import the component. So let's import. So we can just, it will be auto imported, I think. Let's try. So we can just display div class equal to row, div v4 index in this dot category size. The key will be index, and class will be, so we'll display 6 grid into out of 12 in case of medium. In case of large, we'll display 4, and in case of small, we'll display 12 grids, and we'll give some spacing. We'll give a class of justify content, around, and we'll give deflex, and you can display now the category box. It will be auto imported, as you can see, and you can pass the category, which will be categories index. I think it will iterate from 1, so we can make it index minus 1. So let's see. As you can see, we have the categories. The top 6 is displayed here. And the thing is, we don't want to show the edit option in the home page. So for that, what we can do is, in the category box, we will only display this outer link if router dot name will be equal to category. So now it should be gone. But if you go to the admin page and category, you should see it here. It's not router, it's route. And you can see it here in the admin page. but if you go to the home page, you won't see it, which is nice. So similarly, we can display the top products. We'll do it in the next tutorial, next video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We can now see the top categories, and we have finished the admin page, and also you can finish the product page. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned something from it. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and leave a comment or like the video. It will help me a lot to create awesome content for you guys and to reach maximum people. I hope you enjoyed it, and goodbye for now.